I'm going to paint a picture for you. The picture is of the landscape of a giant forest, full of fire. There's fire everywhere. There's the wildfires that you may have seen in California and other places, a fire that's raging out of control. And if I told you that that fire is a representation of what's happening in your business right now, would you believe me? If I told you that if it's not happening right now, it's probably very close to happening, and you're in control of making a change, or the change is necessary to ensure that it doesn't happen. I'm going to tell you a story about an employee named Susie. Susie represents somebody that is in many of our organizations. Susie is a loyal employee. She's been there since the beginning. She knows the business in and out. She's a subject matter expert in all things pertaining to your company. There's really little that Susie doesn't know. There's little that Susie wouldn't do to help make sure that your business has success. Susie is celebrated. Susie's the person last week when you had 10 fires that needed to be fought. Susie took those phone calls. Susie is available to the CEO, to the executive team. The sales team calls Susie directly. The clients also have her phone number. Everybody has the 911 cell phone number of Susie. Susie fixes everything. Susie's a one-stop shop, single point of contact. Everything that needs to be solved and fixed for your customers can be fixed by contacting Susie. Susie's available 9 to 5. She's available at 1 a.m. in the morning. Susie's available at 5 a.m. Yeah, Susie has a family. Susie has other things that are important to her in life, but you're using Susie as your 911 operator. I don't know if this sounds familiar to you or not, but my guess is that you probably have somebody like Susie or have. Susie last week was able to solve 10 problems for you, major issues that Susie solved. You sent out a memo to the team. You congratulated Susie. Susie's a hero, most important person in your organization. Next week, Susie fixes 15 issues that have arisen. They're becoming more complicated all the time. They're happening with more frequency, deeper and bigger issues. The number of calls that she's taking and the times at which she's taking them continues to evolve. The week after that, she fixes 20 issues. At the end of the year, you give Susie a bonus. You do a masterful write-up. You tell Susie how great of a job she's doing. You tell Susie that she is a rock star, a person who is critical to the success of the organization. Here's the problem. You're the problem. You're the enabler of a problem that cannot scale. You're growing your business right now. You're trying to grow really fast. But the problem is that you have one person who is solving all of your problems, and you're also not fixing any of them. Is this going to sustain itself? Can it scale? No, the problem is that if it doesn't happen today, if it doesn't happen tomorrow, if it doesn't happen next week, you're going to have a wildfire on your hands, one that's out of control, one that is going to have destructive properties that you may not be able to overcome. And you keep pushing it under the rug. You keep just giving more money to Susie, or just recognize that Susie's going to fix everything. At some point, Susie can't do that. You're gonna lose. Susie's gonna lose. The organization's gonna lose. Your customers are gonna lose. Or you can do something today. You can make a change right now. There's 3 things that you're gonna be able to do, and I'm gonna walk you through them right now that you need to do right now to fix this problem. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take all of this years of experience, things that Susie does to solve problems, and you're going to get it into standard operating procedures. You need to document them. You need to document them right now. You need to use Susie to do that. Susie is going to be apprehensive. Her identity that you have helped build about her being the critical cog in your organization is going to be at risk, in her opinion. But you need her to document those procedures now. What if she leaves tomorrow or next week? Who else is going to be able to pick up the pieces that Susie leaves behind? You're going to get those procedures documented. Susie's going to help you. She's going to be critical to the success of the organization going forward. Her role is going to change, and it's going to be a game changer for you and your success. Susie is going to help get those procedures right, and then she's going to train 3 or 4 or 5 or however many people you think are necessary to allow you to scale up and provide support in the short term, because those problems are going to keep coming up. Because guess what? You haven't fixed them. You've fixed none of the reasons why the problem comes in. You just continue to let Susie fix them. Now you have other people that can help fix those problems, solve those problems, address those issues. Now you've given bandwidth and capacity to Susie. Now Susie's going to do something that's super important to your organization. She's going to help you prioritize what are the main reasons why she has to fight fires. And you're going to work on solutions to fix those things so they stop happening. Likely there's certain things that are 20, 30, 40% of the problems that if you just fix one problem, you're going to fix a number of problems that create angst and frustration for your customers, for your employees, for Susie. You have within your hands the ability to change this right now. Susie's going to be super important to this change. Susie's going to help you prioritize. She's going to help you write the business requirements. And then the third thing you're going to do is once that's complete, once those projects are in queue, the last thing you're going to do is you're going to build a change management process, because Susie now knows who needs to be communicated to, where the potential risks are. She's going to help make sure that those pitfalls aren't fallen into. She's now spent the time to develop training and procedures on all the other things that she's done before. So now she has a mechanism and a process in place that allows her to write procedures and training for anything that's new. Now you are not only putting those wildfires behind you, but you're also putting yourself in a position where you're fireproof going forward. And it's all because you made a decision to build change management, to affect change, and to do it now.